It's over. Something happened. This guy, this team, William Nylander, together forever. Forever relief. So they signed him for 6 years for $6.9 million. Why did it take this long, William? You didn't get 8. You didn't even get 7. You got 6.9. Why did it take this long? And I'm serious. $41.4 million, the grand total. That's a fantastic haul. He comes out of this with a lot of money. But this is the kind of money that the Leafs were apparently offering him early on. I don't understand why it took this long. So, with this signing at this amount, I don't put any of this in Kyle Dubas. In fact, Dubas won. What this does is it shows that Kyle Dubas is a very solid GM who's not willing to compromise his vision. And for Marner and Matthews, now the work is truly begun. And for Kasperi Kapanen, he might not be happy today if Nylander's going to take that spot he's been occupying and putting up all those goals. It will be interesting to see what this does to Toronto's lineup with Nylander back in on the roster. It shows that those of us who just ignored everything, good. I did my best to stay out of it because it's just madness. And in the end, 9 times out of 10, yeah, this is the way it works. Now, the one curiosity for me is that when a player holds out this long, very often there will be some hard feelings on one side or the other, and that player ends up leaving town. So, don't be surprised if you see articles on that from Toronto media and from elsewhere. But I really feel like what we're seeing with Toronto right now is that management is not going to compromise. I have a funny feeling that they just sent an offer to Nylander this morning and said, that's it. If you don't take this, you don't play this year, and you'll never make this money back. And Nylander blinked. And we can just get out of the whole talk about whether or not his dad's in on it, or like, is his dad trying to tell him he's worth $20 million a year? Like, just ridiculousness that's been going on. And we can just get into, hey, let's talk about hockey and let us not discuss Nylander anymore. Now we can focus on Marner and Matthews. And my hope would be that now that Nylander is signed and he's coming into play, that Marner and Matthews will get done before July. There's no way Kyle Dubas wants to go through this again. So go through this process now. And I understand there's a lot of players who don't want to negotiate while they're playing. That's fine, I get that. But at the same time, a GM has to know what he's going to have on the ice from one year to the next. And for Dubas, he's not going to want another contract squabble to get into the season like this. So, smart move by Nylander in the end, but I don't understand why he didn't just take this earlier. I don't. This offer could have been done so much sooner than now. Nylander should have been on the ice in September, and he should have been playing. If $8 million was his goal, he lost. And he lost a lot of time. I know he's been working out. I know there's a lot of reports from overseas. Oh, he's in game shape. It's different than being on the ice with actual NHLers playing in NHL games. So he's going to go through a very quick training camp here, and he's going to be back on the ice for the Leafs. And the pressure on him is going to be a lot, because if he doesn't play particularly well after coming back, after holding out for this long for more money, there are already Leaf fans that want to see him traded. So that conversation could become more and more pronounced as the year goes along. But for now, Nylander, still a Leaf, and he's going to be on the roster soon. Guess who was right? Mike Babcock was right. Babcock said all week, yeah, no, he's going to be a Leaf for life as far as I'm concerned, and I'm getting ready for him to be back on the ice next week. Babcock was 100% correct. So there you go. Let me know your thought about the deal. I think it's fair cap money. I think this is one of those deals that a couple years from now could be a huge bargain if Nylander continues to develop at the rate he developed until now. But how much does missing 25 games of the season hurt him? How much does that hurt him for this season? And how much could it potentially hurt the Leafs if he's not with it for those first few games? What if he's not quite William Nylander for those first few games? It'll be very interesting to see what happens with Toronto from here, but the conversation is now over. Now all of the Toronto media can turn its attention to, what if we can't sign Matthews and Marner? That's coming up next. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, just tapping upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.